So back around the start of high school, I was excited to meet friends and I eventually got myself in a couple of groups. However, in those groups, I would honestly feel really invisible and silent during conversations. And I really wanted to be acknowledged. Like, hey guys, hey, talk to me, look at me, what's up? But nobody ever really did in conversations. If you feel the same way, I made this video just for you. In this video, I'm going to give you some advice on how to implement it to help you become the center of conversations in groups with people. First, we're going to answer the question, okay, why was no one paying attention to me or acknowledging me? And the answer is pretty simple. It's because I just never said anything. Why would you pay attention to someone if, they're just silent the entire time? There's nothing to acknowledge. If I'm not saying anything or you're not saying anything, then there's nothing to acknowledge in the first place. So what's the point? So now let's get into the actual advice I'm going to give you in this video, that if you implement, I promise you'll turn this situation around and actually be involved in conversations a lot more. So first things first, before you even say anything in a conversation, and this just kind of applies universally, you stop caring about what other people think. Who cares, man? Because if you care about what other people think, you're gonna be kind of stuck in your own head. You're gonna be wondering, okay, what do I say? What do I say? Oh, okay, if I say this, maybe it might piss this guy off. Oh, if I say this person won't like me as much. Or, oh no, I don't know if this is gonna be a good thing to say. So you need to just stop caring about what other people think. At the end of the day, you're in this conversation for your own enjoyment. So don't go into a conversation to stress yourself, man. Talk about what you want to talk, and just say what comes on your mind. If you constantly worry about what other people are gonna say, if you say something that could potentially be weird, you're not gonna get anywhere. Trust me. The second key piece of advice I have to give: be present in conversations. What is being present? Actively listening and not being in your own thoughts. This kind of ties into what I said earlier. If you are constantly overthinking, that is basically the opposite of being present. You're present in your brain. You're focusing on your own thoughts instead of actually focusing at the conversation at hand. So you need to kind of tell your brain, okay, dude, listen, I'm in a conversation right now. I want to hear what these people are saying. Screw what you think, and let me see what this conversation's all about. Because again, if you're in your head overthinking, you don't even know what the conversation is about. All that stuff is just background noise. It's just thinking, what do I say? What do I say? What do I say? So screw all that. Be present. How do you be more present though? Well, it kind of depends. Some people just need to take a deep breath and just chill out for a bit. It depends. Sometimes you kind of just need to focus on your own thoughts. Some people are just naturally more anxious. Into that, I can recommend stuff like meditation or journaling your thoughts throughout the day, or at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day. Just whenever, just really anything that can kind of calm yourself down. When you're not present, everything that the other person says just goes in through one ear and comes out the other. So you have no idea. You can't really take get the full value of what they say. That's the best way I could put it. So be present, man. Don't okay, when you be present, man. When you're present, your brain will kind of automatically fill in thoughts for you in your head. You'll just naturally have maybe questions to ask, maybe oh wow, that's so cool, bro, can I know more about this? Just your brain will basically go on autopilot mode, but in a good way, when you're present in a conversation. And this doesn't apply just to group conversations. Being present just throughout your day is just naturally healthy and really good for your mental health. So this is something that's like just good for everything, not just group conversations. And lastly, the third key piece of advice I can give you. Sometimes, sometimes the conversation might not just be for you, okay? Sometimes the people you're around are just talking about something you don't really care about. So, there's not really any need to care about interjecting in there or not. Like, you have to be okay sometimes with not being at the center. And sometimes maybe that group of people just isn't for you. Maybe these people aren't acknowledging you because who knows, maybe they have something against you. Although I heavily am against this like way of thinking, unless there's like some hard evidence that these people don't like you, then I wouldn't think like this, because it's very easy to take small things very seriously and start overthinking, and that's how you get into that whole spiral of these people don't like me, when in reality maybe like it's just something really small that doesn't really matter. So how do we implement the advice I've given? 2 simple ways. The first really simple way, honestly, like I don't even know if I have to tell you this, but just like remind yourself in the middle of a conversation, just literally remind yourself, okay, I want to get better at this. Hey, let's interject right now. I got something to say, low key. So yeah, that's pretty easy and obvious. Not much else to say. The second way is a little bit better. You can kind of set a goal to interject like a certain amount of times a day. So let's say, okay, I wanna be like the lead of a conversation like once or twice a day. Okay, boom, we did that. All right, you know what? Let's increase the frequency 3 times, 4 times. I don't know if you're even having that many conversations a day, but you get the point. You kind of want to increase the frequency of when you're doing this. And I know it's not the best way to track, but when it comes to like stuff like this, it's not exactly easy to kind of put like a specific metric on stuff. And I think this is the best thing you can work with right now. So yeah, implement all the advice I've given you, follow what I say, and I promise you'll go from being someone that doesn't really get pay attention, that nobody really pays attention to that much, to actually being present and being actually more involved in conversations, having people acknowledge you and stuff. Because the most important thing is if you're not speaking, no one's going to speak to you. So that's all I have to say today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please feel free to leave a like or subscribe. It would help me out. I haven't uploaded in quite a bit, but I'm starting to hopefully build up momentum to try to upload more. It's now much more warmer outside, so hopefully weather won't be an issue. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.